I'd like to.
But they are, again, unlike what we saw earlier in the 12U final, this is a team that has such great championship pedigree, right? We're not talking about a mismatch. This is a team that if they're able to dictate the pace of the game and play at their tempo, they can definitely make a run at this championship.
Here's a shot, goes up, no good. That was number 35, Junior Poyser, taking the shot. And now coming back up the other floor is Team Breakdown. With the ball right now is Excel, Josiah Excel, number 54. And that goes out of bounds on Robinson, and it's going to be Grassroots ball. Fischer on the inbound.
A couple things stylistically that you can look for from Grassroots. One, they're either going to sit in a 1-3-1 and they'll put Elijah Fischer at the top defensively, use his length. He's got about a 6'5", 6'6" frame, long arms, very lanky, and then also they'll come at you with presses. And as a result, again, they'll put Fischer at the front. They'll try to push the tempo, generate turnovers, get easy baskets.
Robinson going to the strong at Fischer and at Poyser at the same time, goes to the line for his efforts. And this is going to be a real interesting matchup for Grassroots in the sense of, Team Breakdown, they have a guy in Robinson who can match that size of Fischer, can match that size of Poyser when he attacks the basket. We even saw here at the very beginning of the game when we were making our introductions of Robinson when he was on Fischer. Fischer usually used to just being able to bully his way to the basket, but Robinson stayed with him right to the end, didn't give him an easy bucket, and as a result, he even missed the free throw.
This is a team that they're not going to be pushed around, so they're going to impose their will physically, in addition to trying to dictate the pace and the tempo. And they're led by a very experienced veteran coach in Kevin Cox, and he's got this team fired up and ready to go. They haven't shied away from it. They wanted this game. They wanted this opportunity. Now they've got it. Let's see what they can make of it.
Well, they also have a lot of they've got the clutch gene in them, beating Bounce Apia in the semifinal. They were down by, I believe it was 10 points in the final, 2 minutes or so.
Correct.
And came back and won by 4. So this is a team that also is not afraid of a little adversity either.
They have a lot of heart, and it also helps that you have championship pedigree of playing not just provincially, but also at a national level when you're playing on that scale against some of the best teams from across Canada at the Junior NBA. They played on a FIBA court, a real FIBA court up in St. Catharines.
That's right.
And being exposed to that environment, I'm sure it helps.
For sure.
Certainly just calm and ease the nerves when you're playing in any sort of game.
Yep, and speaking of nerves, a great defensive stop there by Junior Poyser on the block. And then there's a finish by Zero Mamadola over top of Fischer. And he's staring him down too. He knows, hey, you're in for a fight today.
A great pass from Bronson Chambers down inside, a nifty bounce pass to Mamadolo, and he finishes with the layup. Good start for Team Breakdown.
Well, Poyser showing off the athleticism there. Comes down with a rebound, but it's Robinson again off to the races here.
And he's been exceptional here to start this one for Breakdown.
He really has. He's been involved in pretty much every play for them. Mamadola now on the crossover. He gets knocked to the ground. No travel call. Robinson gets it back. Shot goes up. Count it, nothing but net. And as he's celebrating, he sits there. He gives himself a quick seat. Why not?
Bronson Chambers, the engine, the motor that drives this Breakdown squad, and off to a good start as Grassroots answers right there.
Yep, Loyal, very impressive finish there. Loyuk.
And if you get Grassroots to kind of fall back into a man-to-man half-court defense, that's a positive.
Oh, for sure.
That's a sign that you are imposing your will. You are dictating what they're doing, which is how you can beat this team. You have to find some holes. You have to play aggressive and don't shy away from anything.
There's going to be a foul. Are they going to put it on the ground, though? No, I think they're going to give him 2 shots. Fischer going to the line. A continuation. The foul is going to be on, I believe, number 3, Rashane Smith. And
like we talked about even in the 12U final, where we had Mikkel Tyne, and he had 25, 6, and 2. That was his final line. He was outstanding. But what you could take away, and you have Elijah Fischer, arguably a transcendent talent. If you're Breakdown, say to yourself, listen, let's try to stop. Let's see if the other guys can beat us. Let's see if the other guys can beat us. All you hear when you talk about Grassroots, Elijah Fischer, Elijah Fischer, Elijah Fischer.
Yep.
Well, let's see if those other pieces around him are good enough, because this breakdown team is experienced. They are balanced. They don't have one guy that does it. They have a whole roster of guys who do it. Let's see what happens.
Here's Fischer at the top of the key now. Tries to break down his defender, go up. He's not going to get the call on him. As you can see, Fischer having a little bit of trouble penetrating to the basket like he's so used to doing, and that's usually what he always starts off with. He likes to start attacking the rim and work his way out. Very veteran kind of savvy way to, get through your game plan. He's the kind of guy that works inside out.
He wants you to feel his presence. That's the thing. He wants to assert his will early on and say, okay, I'm here. He wants to be assertive and then get his teammates involved.
And there's going to be a foul there, and I believe that's on number 16. Lalik Wazed. And Wazad is he's going to get caught with the reach in there right in front of the referee. Not, you don't necessarily want to be giving up fouls 90 feet from the basket.
Those are bad fouls. I agree with you. That's a sign of some undisciplined play. You don't want to give up those fouls, especially we're talking bonus territory after.
Now Fischer going to the line again. I don't know if anyone could hear our microphones there as the coach for Team Breakdown.
Kevin Cox.
Yep.
He's trying to parallel.
Yep.
In terms of the standard of officiating with regards to Elijah Fischer, comparing him to Michael Jordan, the great one, of course. The GOAT.
He's got a lot of playing to do before we can mention him with that.
I agree with that one.
And here's Fischer, makes good on the first free throw. 10-5 right now. His Team Breakdown quietly has built themselves a small lead here as Fischer and is now still shooting only 50% from the free throw line. Wazad now with the ball. Gets it over. Robinson thinks about it. Gets it over to Smart. Smart jacks it up. No good. But Wazad right there for the rebound, but it's going to go out of bounds as he was battling it with Fischer. And Fischer's going to take the inbound for Grassroots Elite.
Well, I think, throughout this tournament, we haven't seen Grassroots really play under any sort of pressure or have to play with any urgency whatsoever. They've been pretty much, they haven't been battle tested up until this point in this tournament in particular. Breakdown, on the other hand, has played several tight ball games.
Yep.
But I think that might actually play into their favor because they're coming in with such a gritty playoff mentality already.
There's a nice run to the floor and a finish there. Give that one to number 0, Jermaine Go.
This won't be anything new to them, right? So you kind of maybe you look at that with a grain of salt, but certainly it does play a factor in terms of the pedigree and the experience.
Absolutely, and Fischer coming down with the rebound now.
Fischer, 3 on its way, no good. Down inside. Downhill. Floater, no good, and now up with it is Robinson. Breakdown. Robinson, and it's stolen away. And out of bounds, it will be Grassroots. And that was Elijah Canning poking it free from Andrew Robinson. Substitutions coming in for Grassroots. Jimmy James, 22, checking in along with Luca Diaktis. Coming up the floor across the timeline, it is Jimmy James. He's guarded by Josiah Excel. Might have got away with a double dribble there. Fischer pulls up from deep, off the iron, no good, rebound. And now here comes Breakdown, and they're off and running. Inside, layup is good. Sensational finish with the left hand. It is Laqui Wizard. Inside Fischer, floater, rims out. Ball is loose. Picked up by Breakdown. Here comes Excel. 2-on-1. Robinson. Foul.
No way.
And no, it's a travel, no basket.
Ref. What's with the new FIBA rules?
Kevin Cox doesn't like it. Head coach of Team Breakdown. 2-point game. Under 8.5 minutes remaining here in this opening half. We are here at the Haber Center in Burlington, Ontario. CNIT action, the 13U National Championship up for grabs. Inside, and one. Count it, plus the foul. Andrew Loyuk. And he'll go to the foul line looking to make it a 3-point play and give Grassroots their first lead of the ball game. Grassroots, it seems, has found their groove. Bit of a slow start. Starting to settle in here. Free throw on its way. It is money. Jaleel Smart over to Josiah Excel, back to Smart as they cross the timeline. Inside of Chambers, mid-range jumper, rattles around, no good. Fischer with it. Elijah Fischer across the timeline, inside. Junior Poyser unable to maintain his balance, and he loses that one. Up the floor is Excel. Over to Robinson. His jumper is short. Fischer battling, able to maintain possession. He's coming up the floor. Kicks it to the corner. Inside, and it's deflected out of play.
Hey, you guys gotta watch his hands, man.
Elijah Fischer
Be holding the guy when he's dribbling the ball.
using his offhand to shield the defenders, and that's much to the chagrin of the Brampton Breakdown coaching staff. Gets in. Oh, good defense. Josiah Excel. He's able to deflect it off of Excel. Jimmy James able to retain possession for Grassroots. Boyuk. Fischer with it on the inbound. He's working around on the 45. They've managed to keep him away from the paint up until now. No layup is no good, and Poyser, he's fouled hard. So he'll go to the free throw line. 13U championship game here at the 2018 CNIT. And it's Grassroots holding a 1-point lead as Junior Poyser sits at the free throw line, and he's in some discomfort after that collision.
Poyser's good on the, no good, excuse me, on the second attempt. Grassroots is now bounced back a little bit now, holding on to a 1-point lead.
And what I've been most impressed with, Ryan, thus far, it's a 1-point ball game. That's a positive takeaway for Team Breakdown. That's a small victory as they try to keep this thing close and then ultimately make maybe a couple big pushes that'll get them over the top. But they've managed to keep Elijah Fischer out of the paint. He's really struggled trying to find his offense early on. It's been a bit of a struggle here.
Here's Fischer. Dribbling with the ball, bringing it up now. Gets it off.
They're frustrating him. They're frustrating him. And he got away with a bit of a shove there. He elbowed Josiah Excel right in the stomach.
And there's another shot knocked down. And an impressive finish there. 16-12.
Andrew Loyuk from way downtown.
And a bit of a tie up there between Fischer and Robinson.
Yeah, this is a championship game.
You don't expect anything less.
No, great intensity, tempers flaring, emotional game.
Yep.
What I would say, just from an officiating standpoint, there has been, and Kevin Cox is speaking with the official right now. There's been a lot of extracurriculars that is specifically involving Elijah Fischer. You got to do a better job just of making sure that we avoid any of those. And if you got elbows and offhands, and just we want to eliminate that as much as possible.
Well, at this point, you just got to have a tighter whistle for
Absolutely.
for both teams, because he's been giving it as much as he's been taking it. So we'll see if that switches up at all in this point. And here's Go, and he's going to take a three. As the lefty is no good. Gets caught with an air ball off the screen. 3:28 to go here in the first half. 16-12 for Grassroots Elite with the lead over Team Breakdown. Here's Excel trying to break down his defender. No pun intended. And he's going to get called. Go's going to get called with the foul, and Excel doing a great job of getting past his man, forcing him to foul. Here's Robinson into the corner. Mamadola knocks down the triple, and we got ourselves a 1-point game.
It's a big shot, and they're giving them those corner threes. They're trying to trap up top. They're trying to be aggressive defensively, and you got to cash in on those opportunities, those open looks.
There's Fischer one-on-one with Robinson, and a steal by Robinson. Great defense there. Fischer thought he could lull him to sleep, but Robinson wasn't having it. And that's the matchup we've been waiting to see all tournament. And a great finish under the basket there. Give that one to number 13, Bronson Chambers, your captain of this ship.
He's making noise, and it's Bronson Chambers helping this breakdown team get out to a 1-point lead.
Here's Talbot. Gets it back over to Fischer. Fischer wants a screen.
This is not where he's at his best. Grassroots ideally doesn't want him to do that. They'd like him to get easier opportunities. He's having to really work for his offense.
Which is something in a way you kind of almost always want to see. Great defense, Fischer with the block there on Mamadola. And now here comes Grassroots again. Go, jumper, count it. Over top, the much taller Robinson. No fear and go whatsoever. He's had such a great tournament.
Oh, good elevation on that jumper, able to extend beyond it. Now you see this is where Grassroots, this is where they are very scary. If you allow them to jump passing lanes, be aggressive and gamble, that's when they're at their best, especially when you got a guy like Fischer who's back at the back of that defense right now and able to use that length to rebound and block shots.
Here's Excel. Turner now with the ball. He's into the game. Robinson thinks about it. He's going to go right at the defender. Can't convert, though, and it's going to be Grassroots ball. Is that one going to sting later?
Oh, wow.
What a save, but Fischer once again there. He's going to bring it up now.
Oh,
he's
great.
surrounded by gray shirts, and it looks like it was a trip. Unintentional, but Fischer all the same doesn't appreciate it. And for what it's worth, it did look like he caught his foot, but I don't think there was anything intentional about that whatsoever.
No, I'm with you on that. One of those bang calls, and potentially could have been a trip for sure, even
Here's
if it was
Fischer.
intentional.
Working in the corner, slips. Loses possession, it's going to be jump ball. Now Robinson and Fischer having words.
The war of words has begun.
That's right. But you know what? I will say this much. There's been nobody so far in this tournament through a half of basketball that's defended Fischer as well as Robinson.
I would concur. I agree 100%. The way they've gone about defending him, and Robinson in particular, he's done a fantastic job in this first half. But as a team, from a team standpoint, they've done a tremendous job of making everything difficult.
Man, there's going to be contact, no call, as Chambers was trying to drive to the basket, but it's still going to be breakdown ball here with 58 seconds. 3-point game. Oh, nice pass to Chambers, wide open in the mid-range, and he's feeling good about himself after that one.
He came to play in this one.
Grassroots was kind of caught sleeping there because nobody was around him.
Yeah, nobody within a couple feet. He had a good open look.
Layuk now. Oh, nice find. And they try to work it out to the corner. Here's Go. Go works it around the perimeter. Shot goes up. Knock it down. Give that one to number 3, Jason Osuaman.
Good luck.
Here's Robinson again, floater. No spin on that ball whatsoever. And Fischer comes down with the rebound to Go. And Go, he's not even going to dribble. He's just going to run with it.
Well, that was a great outlet feed from Elijah Fischer.
It was. And now Grassroots is off and running. But Team Breakdown, they've been here before. They've been to these tough games.
Chambers. It's his house, folks. He's trying to take charge for his Brampton Breakdown team.
That's right. He's slapping hands with teammates, letting them know what time it is. And this has been one heck of a U13 final to start off, or sorry, to cap off this wonderful weekend of basketball.
I don't think we could have asked for a better matchup. I mean,
No, definitely.
two teams that are equipped with tremendous championship pedigree on both sides, teams that are loaded with talent, and both having taken different routes to get up until this point, to reach this point of the tournament. Grassroots dominating, just absolutely annihilating the competition at every step of the way. Breakdown, on the other hand, having to actually overcome some adversity to get to this point. And now here they are, and this is the matchup that they've wanted, that everybody has really wanted. And they're trying to show that they have what it takes to overcome what is believed to be one of the top programs, top teams in the country.
Right now, I think you can make the case for either team being a top team. I mean, both of them at this point right now this is to find out who will be the national champion. It says right there on the banner these guys are playing in front of.
Well, both teams have compiled impressive resumes.
Yeah.
Just in terms of overall what they've done in season, what they've done during the summer, what is still to come.
Absolutely. As we got 10 seconds to go in this half. Fischer with the ball. He's going to try and break down off the screen. Shot goes up. No good. Go one more time. Can't get it to drop. And that's going to be it at halftime, 25-21. Now after team breakdown, jumping out to an early 10-3 lead, Grassroots composing themselves. And really ever since then, kind of just punching back. It's literally like watching two heavyweight fighters go at it in the ring.
It's round by round, punch by punch, sequence by sequence, possession by possession. It's we don't know what's happening. The tension in the building. You can feel the suspense. It's a great matchup, great ball game. We're going to take this thing to the second half. Team breakdown, looking to pull the upset over Grassroots.
We'll be right back.
It feels like they've been disrespected. It seems like they're just saying that nobody speaks of Canada when it comes to basketball. So every player that I see from Canada plays with a chip on their shoulders. It's like we got to go out here and show these cats that we can ball.
Flexing on him. Behind the back. Oh, and a reverse slam.
Who will be crowned national champion?
It feels like they've been disrespected. It seems like they're just saying that nobody speaks of Canada when it comes to basketball. So every player that I see from Canada plays with a chip on their shoulders. It's like we got to go out here and show these cats that we can ball.
Flexing on him.
Get your feet square. Get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow. Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter from what city you're from, how tall you are, what school, what club you represent. Game speaks. There's no politics here.
We've traveled across the country and back. 7 years running. Canada's basketball talent blossoms right before our eyes. From coast to coast. It's our job to bring it to the light. No gimmicks, just hard work on the hardwood. Who will step up to the plate this summer? Who will make their game undeniable and challenge every man in front of him? Game will speak.
I'd like to welcome everybody back to the U13 CNIT National Championship game. We have number 1 ranked Grassroots Elite versus number 3 ranked Team Breakdown of Brampton. What a game we have seen so far in that first half. My name's Ryan, taking care of your play-by-play and taking care of your color commentary is Denelli. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, and the first half, exceptional. Both sides of the ball, both teams, a very tightly contested first half. And now it'll be interesting. This is going to be a close one, I would imagine.
And it looks like we're going to be. You can see both coaches have been very vocal in this game so far. So we're seeing it's going to be Grassroots Elite's ball as Go is going to get off the inbound. He gets it back to Leuk, who's going to bring it up now. The deep threat. Looking to maybe break down his defender. Nice find there. It's the foul and one. Count it. Number 21, Jason Jones. What a find by Leuk.
Nice pass. He able to penetrate. Good feed inside. And a quality opportunity converted by Jason Jones. Count it, plus the foul. Breakdown, up until that point, had done an excellent job defensively. They were terrific in the first half. And anytime you can limit Grassroots to 21 points in a half, that's quite the accomplishment. And they're going to need that same level of intensity here in the second half, especially if they're going to pull this one out.
Absolutely. Jones is good from the free throw line. And the lead this is the biggest lead of the game now for Grassroots, up 7. 18:25 to go. And we'll see coming out of the halftime, we've seen teams stagnate before on their offense. We'll see if Team Breakdown may be victim to that, or are they going to rise and match these late shots?
Well, they've shown no fear up until this point. So you'd imagine we're going to see that same level of aggression and assertiveness that we've seen. So hopefully, for them, they're going to need somebody to step up and make some big shots for them.
Absolutely. Fischer comes down with the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Robinson, who was draped all over Fischer. And it's going to be an inbound. And once again, this goes back to those fouls 90 feet away from the basket. That's the second time Robinson has been called for one of those. And he's such an important piece in this team. He can't afford to get himself in foul trouble as the game winds down.
Absolutely. And also, I mean, you're adding on to your team foul count. You don't want to put the opposition in the bonus. And at the same time, to your point, I mean, that's a guy who's a critical figure for this breakdown team. They need him on the floor.
There's a pass over. It's Chambers. Finds the open man, goes up and in, and a big block by Fischer, but doesn't give up on the play. Now Turner, but another block by Fischer. But here's Excel off the turnover. Robinson gets it over to Excel. Back to Robinson. Robinson thinks about it to Chambers. Nice pump fake to go up and in and just rims out. Chambers, that would have been one of the highlights of the game there. Here's Go, all the way up and in. What a nice spin he put on the ball there, and the lead is now up to 9 for Grassroots Elite.
Well, how about that sequence right there? You got Bronson Chambers getting into the lane, and it just rims out, and then down the other way, Jermaine Goa, an acrobatic finish.
There's Chambers, a much-needed basket for Team Breakdown. Robinson realized he was open, missed the three. Chambers right there, and that's one thing that we've noticed from this Team Breakdown. They've done a great job on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I don't think this any sort of run is going to phase them, because they have, again, and here we go.
Nice layup there by Turner. Not phased at all by Fischer. Nope. Trailing him, stalking him, if you will.
They won't be intimidated. They've been together too long. They've been through too many battles. They understand the ebbs and flows of a basketball game.
Nice pass there by Go. Suleiman, no, gives it off. Liuk. Suleiman. Great defense there, but Go gets it back out. Great ball movement by Grassroots. And Fischer now, he wants a timeout. It's Fischer versus Robinson. This has been the matchup of the tournament. Fischer up with the left hand.
Oh yeah, now you're starting to see some of the fire come out of Elijah Fischer.
We'll see if Robinson can respond, or Chambers, or Excel, or anyone from Breakdown. Nice jumper, hand in the face, rims out. Guess who? It's Liuk with the rebound. Nice behind the back dribble there. Nice inside to Go, but Go ends up getting stopped. Great defense there. Great fight for the ball, and there's Excel. Here he comes. Nice find inside, but a huge block by Fischer again. Give him 3 blocks in 3 minutes.
He swallowed that one hand. Down the other way.
And there's going to be a foul.
Oh, Elijah Fischer. And you see, he's just trying to bait the offensive players into making that play. Yeah. He keeps them guessing. He's not outstretched. He keeps his arms down, but he does a nice job of timing the block, and that right there, and you see him trying to get in on the huddle there as he breezes through, but he's doing a nice job of staying vertical. He keeps him with that length. He's able to extend late, and right there, Excel got a little bit hesitant, reluctant to make a decision, ends up resulting in the block by Elijah Fischer.
And now Team Breakdown having a very animated time out here trying to figure out what it is they could do next. And you know, to your point, you were talking about Fischer there. He's got such length, and it's not just about his size, because there's a number of kids his age that are relatively his size. It's how quickly he can move with that size. You know, you look at a guy of his size, he's able to cover ground in a matter of a split second. Wherever the ball's going, he's going to be able to match up with it. That's what makes him such a difficult assignment when you're either guarding against him or you're trying to go up over him. He's got such incredible fast twitch reactions to everything that's going on the floor, coupled with that length and that size, and you've got a very, very, very tough individual to try and get around when you're going up against him with the ball.
To use a baseball analogy, and when they scout prospects in baseball, they talk about 5 tools, right? 5 tool players, and that's the big thing. When we look at basketball, we're talking about a kid in Elijah Fischer that can do it all. He's a total package. He can dribble, he can defend, he can shoot, he's athletic, he's explosive. He checks off all those boxes. That's what makes him special. That's what makes him unique. That's why he's the #1 player in his class.
And no good from Excel at the free throw line. And you have to think that Team Breakdown cannot afford any more missed open opportunities for points from the free throw line. Not given how Grassroots has been playing in this second half. And here's Robinson gets it back. Robinson now tried to get up. He got stopped there by Poyser. and now Fischer. And now we're seeing a whole lot of flopping on the floor. A bunch of different players hitting each other.
And you can see Kevin Cox, he's having a conversation with the official.
Yep.
Oh boy.
And we're having a bit of a altercation. And we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Who will be crowned national champion?
Good. 2 seconds to go.
Commercial spots available to promote and market your brand, event, or product. Enjoy the ultimate way to catch the game when you can't.
That man from Quebec can fly.
Exposure starts here.
Yet again, a 10-point advantage restored for Team Blue. Oh! It's Judy Charges throwing it down!
Welcome to the NPH live broadcasting experience. Allow our team of video technicians to capture your event in high definition. Streaming directly on all NPH media platforms. Up to the minute live game coverage featuring professional commentators and analysts.
Tip in. No good. 2 seconds to go.
Commercial spots available to promote and market your brand, event, or product. Enjoy the ultimate way to catch the game when you can't.
That man from Quebec can fly.
Exposure starts here.
Keep the intensity high.
Get your feet square. Get your feet square.
Take it home, write it down, grab a homie, and work on it. Work on it, master it.
AJ Lawson, go! He gets it to go! Wow! Check it out, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10.
Two-way players are the best players. Understand that. Two-way players are the best players.
Here's Sabri Phillip, two-hand jam!
Let's go, boy!
It doesn't matter.
All right, and we are back. The U13 CNIT National Championship on the line. We have Grassroots Elite holding on to a 35-27 lead over Team Breakdown of Brampton. Here's Elijah Fischer, #1 ranked player in 2023 class. He's going up against Robinson here. Andrew Robinson. And there's going to be a foul. And it's going to go to the line as Fischer just getting that last minute there. And you can see been a very emotional game for both sides.
Things getting a little chippy here in the second half. What I will say is, and we talked about it in the first half.
As Fischer now throws it down, and it's 40-27 for Grassroots Elite.
And they've poked the giant, they've poked the bear, and that's what happens. Elijah Fischer coming right into your living room with the two-handed flush.
There's a nice finish. Chambers tries to go up, and the miss. And now Fischer on the other side gets it inside, so his teammate goes up, and the basket counts. Give that one to number 11. Sorry, give that one to Darius Sylvester Talbot.
All the poise, all the composure, the pedigree that we saw that was on display in the first half from Breakdown.
And there's the shot, though, knocked down by Rashane Smith. The first bucket in some time for Team Breakdown. They still have 11 minutes, 11 and a half minutes here, down by 12.
They're still in it.
They are. This is a team that can run and score in buckets. Here's Chambers, kicks it out. Chambers up, he's gonna get fouled. And it's gonna be 42-30. Going to the line now is Chambers. And Mamadola, he's coming in as Chambers makes no good on the first free throw. Mamadola coming in as a substitution. No good on the second one. Fischer comes down with the rebound. And a throwdown by Fischer right down Main Street with very little in his way.
And with some ferocity on that one. Right down the lane, rising and throwing down the hammer.
There's another quick bucket there. That one's for number 11, Darius Sylvester Talbot. So Talbot, he's good on the layup, and there's going to be a foul on Talbot right at the other end on Smart. 10 minutes remaining in this one. Here's Chambers. Back in the corner, shot goes up. No good. Chambers and Smart fighting over the rebound there on that one. Smart ends up with it. Nice finish under the basket.
Very good finish. He was able to, one, get the offensive rebound, two, somehow position himself and have the awareness, the wherewithal to know where the basket was, finish with the reverse.
Here's a nice effort by Smart, but Talbot no good on the floater. Smart comes down with the rebound. He's going to run the floor now. Tries to do it himself. Can't finish. Fischer comes down with the rebound. And he's going to go up again and finish. Now bringing it up is Chambers. And there's going to be a timeout for Team Breakdown. 48-32, 8:58 to go here in the second half. And Team Breakdown is really going to need to pull it together. Such a very impressive first half performance, and it just seems ever since a couple of those technicals were called, the team has really lacked a lot of energy, and as a result, as a coach, you want to get your team fired up, but there are also those kind of instances where when you're kind of losing your cool in a sense like that, it can kind of bring the energy down a bit, and it seems like that's kind of what's happened to Team Breakdown here.
Listen, I can empathize with the frustration that's being displayed and that's being experienced right now by the coaching staff and Kevin Cox on the Breakdown side. I understand it. I do see, I get it, but at the same time, I spent the whole first half praising how composed they were, how relaxed, how focused, how energized they were, and that sequence there, it went from being a two-possession game to all of a sudden, now we're looking at a 16-point Grassroots lead.
Absolutely.
It changes that quickly.
Yes, it does.
And the momentum of this game has shifted squarely in the favor of Grassroots Elite. You have Elijah Fischer, who seems like he's found this extra gear here in this second half. And as a result of that, we're staring at Breakdown staring at what might be an insurmountable deficit.
Well, here we go. To see if they can overcome. If they can, in fact, overcome. Here's the shot. Goes up. Knocks down the triple. 48-35 now. Team Breakdown trails. Fischer running the floor. Go up and in for the layup. Lead back up to 15. Quick turnover. Here's Talbot. Talbot trying to go up, no call. There's Laluk. No, it's going to be another turnover. Here comes Smart. Smart bounces it off the foot, and it's going to be out of bounds as Poyser tried to save it, couldn't get there in time. And it's going to be Team Breakdown on the baseline with the possession. It's going to be Smart that's going to be inbounding the ball here. Jaleel Smart. Shot goes out. Chambers, no good. A little wide right. Both players trying to fight for it in the stands. It's once again going to be team breakdown ball. They get another opportunity here to cut into this lead a little bit.
Shot selection on that last possession, just could have made an extra pass, and there's a good look right there.
No good. Way to get it back up and in, though.
Once you get the offensive rebound, you get a putback.
At this point, they need a stop, though. You need a stop. You keep trading buckets, this game's going to be over quickly.
Well, and here's what, you know, we've seen them deviate a little bit from what was working, and what was working was, now they're back. They got it into the half-court man-to-man. They were effective at pack lining the paint, protecting the paint, making things difficult. And here you see now they're really cheating over.
David, double team him, let's go.
And there's a fine off into the corner. Shot goes open, and it's a miss. Here's Smart. And it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be breakdown ball.
David, got a double team.
Here's the inbound. Smart bringing it up now. He's running the point over to Robinson. Robinson. Chambers gets him on the pump fake. Shot goes up, knocks down the triple.
Big shot.
And now it's 50-40.
Big shot.
Another stop is necessary here. That looks like it's about a 3-2 full court press. Go for three. Can't leave him open, but they get away with one.
Well, now if you can string together a few stops, get a couple baskets, you'll be right back in the thick of things here.
You can see the energy, a little bit more energy than what we were seeing the last few minutes from breakdown. And there's going to be a foul. As you can see, there was a definite reach around on that one, as Robinson was able to try and get by a Suleiman, and as a result,
they were just a little. But what you're also seeing is that since we had a little bit of chaos here on the floor, they've calmed down. They really have relaxed. So now they
started playing basketball again.
Exactly. They've settled in again, and they're finding some rhythm.
And there's a foul. Good call there. And now, as a result that they're playing basketball, they're getting the calls.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more.
Sorry, usually I'm a color guy, so I'm getting all.
No, I couldn't agree more with you on that point. I mean, yeah, get back to what was working.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, they were effective in the first half. They did a good job of, and this is where they want to be. They don't want to settle all the time for outside shots. They are a team that is at their best when they're generating penetration and working off driving kick opportunities. That's when they're most effective. Yep. Bronson Chambers has been really good in the second half, and he's kind of helped them will them back into this, and he's their leader, and they've definitely needed every bit of him here in the second half. He's played big tonight.
Yep, a big 2 free throws made there by Mamandola at the line, and trying to play some defense, but they give up a bucket there, one they can't afford. The lead's back up to 10 with 4:36 to go in this game.
Well, and the only other thing I would say, I mean, what had worked initially was sitting back playing man-to-man half court, but they can't afford to do that at this point.
Mamandola goes right at Fischer. There's a great finish, and will that wake up team breakdown?
No fear whatsoever, just attacking the big fella and getting a kiss off the window for two.
Great move to the basket. There's a cross-court pass, turnover, 52-44, 4 minutes remaining. And you got to believe that there's got to be, and you know, some great decisions here by Coach Cox, because he's getting fresh legs in, because he knows they have to keep pressing, they have to keep running, they have to keep moving.
And that was going to be my point before we had the basket there, and the turnover was because we're getting under that 4-minute territory now, deep into this ball game. They need fresh legs. They're going to have to press. They have to press.
Yep, and here we go. 6-point game now, or 8. You can't give up on the other end. No. You have to get back. 54-46, 3:30 to go. Robinson, can he drive to the basket? There's going to be a blocking foul and one for Robinson, and you've got to be happy for the kid. He's had such a tough assignment in Fischer all day. He's been dealing with the scuffling, with the shoves, with the fouls, and there he is when they needed him most, an and one at the bucket.
He's grinding. Andrew Robinson, absolutely outstanding tonight for breakdown. He's getting it done defensively, offensively, trying to make an impact, and he's been tremendous. He really has, and he's done an excellent job, as good a job as you can against a player as good as Elijah Fischer. Hats off to him. He's been excellent.
That's a big bucket for him, but a miss on the free throw, but they get the possession, so now they have a chance to actually chew in with an extra 4 or 5 points here if they make this possession.
Chambers.
Oh, get luck. Sometimes you need a little luck too. Here's Excel. Pull-up jumper. Off the glass. Knocks it down. We got ourselves a 4-point game. Team Breakdown is on the comeback.
And here they come. They're going to the Junior NBA Finals for a reason, folks. They're very good.
Let's go.
And they've been here before. They were down by 10 with 2 minutes to go. Just like this. Mamadola again can't get it. And there's a fight for the ball. And both players now trying to walk away. You got to appreciate there's the intensity, but there's also the respect. And that's the most important part there. Excel and Fischer getting tied up there, but both realizing how close the game is. They can't afford a foul for either team on a technical.
The fact that this is even a 6-point game, when just a few minutes ago we were looking at a 16-point deficit after that whole swing. It's impressive that Breakdown's in this position right now.
And there it is, Breakdown. Another thing that they've been doing extremely well this entire game has been able to work the offensive glass. Mamadola, another miss, unfortunate. And here's Go, though. Great crossover there to get out of the pressure. He's so elusive.
He's fast, very fast, good ball handler. And they need the ball.
And Go with the finish there to make it 58 with 1:30 remaining.
Nice job, good body control.
Here's Chambers. Chambers is going to let it fly. No good. And that might do it. 1:19 to go here on a fast break. Luke gets it up and in, and with a 10-point lead, 1:15 to go, they're going to have to keep chucking it from the three-point line.
You're going to need some made baskets and some turnovers, that's for sure. And they got to go. And they got to go quick.
Yeah, they don't have time to set too much up right now.
Big shot, short.
Yeah, and Fischer comes down with the rebound, but a whole bunch of gray shirts are swarming him. But here's Go again. And with 45, coach is calling for the foul.
I would say regardless of the outcome. Regardless of the outcome, you have to admire the hustle, the heart, the effort from Breakdown. And this game could have been a completely different ball game.
Absolutely.
It really could have.
And as a result, a tough outing here. They were down 54-50 with just 1:30 to go. There was that one possession where they got about 3 or 4 offensive rebounds and just couldn't convert any of them. And that really, I think that was the turning point there for them that kind of almost shut the door for good. And
hey, again, from 16 down to 4, the game.
How many teams can do that at this age group?
Really, I mean, you can't really identify any team that has that much firepower, that has the experience to go along with the talent, and then that's a stretch against a very, very good team that. It's unbelievable.
Arguably the best in the country. Well, I mean, this is what we're here for, to find out who is the best in the country. And, when you go up against the #1 ranked team and come back from that deficit, what does that say?
It's a testament to the character. Testament to the character of this team. A testament to their skill level, to the work ethic, the attention to detail. And had they not lost their mojo for a very short period of time, who knows what the result could be right now, because there's going to be
some what ifs. They're going to be a few kids staring in the mirror today going, what could I have done differently?
Yep.
But that's what, though, these are guys 13 years old. They're not even in high school yet. They got plenty of time left to figure that out.
I'm sure this won't be the first time they'll see each other. It won't be the only time, that's for sure.
That is definite. That is a fact. So we've got here we go on the inbound. Here's the inbound. Go. Stop there by Mamadola. There seems to be a little bit of talking here between Robinson and Fischer, and there's going to be another timeout here with 33.9 seconds remaining.
We've seen a lot of that tonight, haven't we, Ryan? A
Right.
lot of talking.
Yep, it's been a chippy night, but you know what? When you've got a national title at stake for two very, very, very talented programs that are not used to losing, well, you're going to get that kind of competitiveness out of them. It's part of the game. It really is. In any sport, especially at this age group, this age level, this skill level, there's a lot of passion involved in how these kids are trained, how they're brought up, how they play. A lot of time and effort gone into it.
Right, and as a result of that, I mean, they take a lot of pride in how they perform and what happens here on this court, and that's why you see so much emotion and the energy that they invest. It's because of that, to your point, right? The commitment that they've made to this sport, and then that all comes out, and it manifests itself, that passion, in situations like this. This is what they play for. This is why they put in all those hours, you know, shooting in an empty gym or outside in their backyard or whatever the case may be.
And here comes the inbound. Go with the ball. He gets it into Fischer. Fischer's going to get fouled. And he's probably going to go to the line. 31.2 remaining in this one. And they're going to keep continuing to foul until the foul shots start coming. And here's Talbot. And there's going to be another foul. And now there's going to be another inbound. .25 to go in this one. U13, I mean, barring a historic comeback by Team Breakdown, I think we can safe to say Grassroots, they made him earn it. Team Breakdown definitely made him earn it, though.
Certainly. But it looks like they'll be able to add another piece of hardware to what has become a growing list of accolades for this program.
Absolutely. But both teams, they have to be proud of themselves and how they fought. It was a valiant battle, a valiant effort. Fischer, no good on the first one. Makes the second, puts the lead up to 11. And we're going to have another timeout. .7 remaining. And you can already hear the Grassroots fans celebrating, chanting. They're excited for their kids. They came in from start to finish.
Well, they took care of business. And
they really did this whole weekend.
This is what they set out to accomplish.
It was something to see. Very impressive effort. They got a lot to be proud of. They've worked hard. And here we go. So we're about to get started. Here we go, the inbound. And Go knocks it loose. .1 still on the clock. Here's Turner. He's going to shoot it from the volleyball line. No good. There's the rebound. And that's going to end it. And Grassroots are the U13 national champs. Congratulations to their team, the CNIT U13s. And best of luck to those teams moving forward.